The Dukagjini family was one of the most important feudal families in medieval Albania. Origins. The name Dukagjini is derived from the Latin dux and the common Albanian name gin. In 1281, it is mentioned for the first time, with the mention of Gintanasio Dukagjini Stanusius. He is mentioned as an enemy of Angevin rule in Albania who was later captured and imprisoned for his actions. A person with the Dukagjini name was mentioned in a 1377 document in Dubrovnik as Nicolaus Tudrovich Dukagjini. It is not possible to connect this person as being a relative of any other member of the Dukagjini family. According to Gjon Musaka, the coat of arms of Dukagjini family was a white eagle. History and branches. The origins of the family's branches are not clear. According to Gibb, family history dates back to the Crusades. The Dukagjini name came from Dukagjini, and Dukagjini tribe's name comes from its founder, a Norman noble left behind during the Crusades who settled with his people in Dukagjini geographical space, mingling with Albanians. In the 15th century, sources appear for two separate branches of the Dukagjini family. The representative of one branch, Gjj Dukagjini, appears as an owner of some villages near Lets and a commander of a force of 40 cavalry and 100 infantry. Although the Venetian Senate accepted his services, believing in his loyalty, he supported Zetan Lord Bulsa III and fought against Venice when Bulsa III captured Venetian possessions near Scutari. Gjj Dukagjini died before 1409. In 1409, the Venetian Senate pardoned his son Nicola for the activities of his father, based on the request of Dimitri Eugenima. According to the Chronicle of Gjon Musaka, Gjj Dukagjini had three sons, Gjj Tanush and Nicholas Dukagjini. Nicholas is first mentioned in a document dated to 1409. In 1443, he was a participant in the League of Lets as vassal of Leki Zaharia. Already in 1444, Nicholas killed Zaharia and tried to capture his Prenoia, but failed to capture it, except Suti and several villages without a fight. After Skanderbeg's war against Venice, he signed a peace treaty with Venetians. Together with many other Albanian noblemen, he abandoned Skanderbeg's forces and deserted to the Ottomans. Ottomans allowed him to govern 25 villages in Dabar and 7 villages in Fandi. Nicholas died before 1454. His sons, Draga and Gjj Dukagjini, who were killed around 1462, ambushed by other noblemen from Albania, played minor political roles. The Dukagjini had a Slavic chancellery. The Dukagjini remained neutral during the First Scutari War. They supported Serbian despot Stefan Lazarevich during the Second Scutari War until January 1423, when they, alongside some other nobility, were bribed over by the Venetians. They were never mobilized, but left the ranks of despot Stefan, although Venetian Admiral Francesco Bembo offered money to Gjon Castriotti. The Dukagjini entered Koja Zaharia in April 1423 to join the Venetian forces against the Serbian despotate. They refused. The names of the other branches of Dukagjini's family are mentioned in a Ragusian document from 1387. The brothers Leki and Paul Dukagjini are described as owners of Lets who secured a free pass to Ragusan merchants in the Dominion. Paul Dukagjini had 5 sons named Tanush, Progan, Pal, Andrea and Gjon Dukagjini. Pal II Dukagjini was killed in 1402 in Dalmatia while he was returning from Venice. Progan died in 1394. In a later document, Tanush appears as an ally of Koja Zaharia and appears to have died somewhere before 1433. Andrea Dukagjini died in 1416. while his brother Gjon became a priest and appears to have died in 1446. Leki Dukagjini had two sons, Progan and Tanush Dukagjini, and one daughter, Boza, who was married to Koja Zaharia. Progan Dukagjini married the girl of Carlthopia and appears to have been killed in 1402 under Venetian service. Tanush Dukagjini moved into Shkoda with his family, composed of two sons, Pal and Leki Dukagjini, and two girls, of whom we only know one's name, Gail. In 1438, Tanush Dukagjini was interned in Padua and is not mentioned again in the chronicles. His little son, Leki Dukagjini, did not play a great political role and is mentioned for the last time in 1451, as an enemy of Venice. His other son, Pal Dukagjini, participated in the League of Lets and was an ally of Skanderbeg. On the 21st of October 1454, Alfonso V of Naples informed Skanderbeg that Pal Dukagjini sent his envoys and declared his loyalty and vassalage to the Kingdom of Naples. Based on that, Alfonso V awarded Pal Dukagjini with 300 ducats of annual provisions. Pal had four sons, Leki, Nicol, Progan, and Gjergj Dukagjini. The name of Gjergj Dukagjini is mentioned only once in historical sources, while his brother Progan died before 1471. The other two brothers, Leki and Nicol Dukagjini, left the country after the capture of Shkoda in 1479, going to Italy. They returned in 1481, trying to recapture the former territories from the Ottomans. One of the sons, Progan Dukagjini, tried to do the same in 1501, but with little success. After the Dukagjini family left the League of Lets in 1450, together with Arianiti family, they concluded a peace with Ottoman Empire and started their actions against Skanderbeg. Dukagjini Ahmed Pasha, another descendant of the family, was an Albanian Ottoman statesman. He was Grand Vizier of the Ottoman Empire from 1512 to 1515. Possessions: Pal and Nicholas. Possessions: Pal Dukagjini and his kinsman Nicholas Dukagjini were initially subjects of Leki Zaharia, a Venetian vassal who had possessions around Shkoda. Nicholas murdered Leki, and the Dukagjini continued to rule over the villages Baba, Solita, Gurichuchi, Bashina under Venetian vassalage. Pal and Nicholas were part of the League of Lets, a military alliance forged in 1444 that sought to capture Albania from the Ottoman Empire, led by Skanderbeg. In 1450, they abandoned Skanderbeg's army and allied with Ottomans against Skanderbeg.